Shalom. Hey guys, it's Jeff from Water Ministry with Forward Thought Friday. It's why I try and take some Old Testament scripture and fast forward it to Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, and of course to us. Hopefully today's lesson will teach us how important the whole Bible is, that the Old Testament isn't really old and done away with, because it relates heavily into the life of Yeshua, and it should ours too. As I was reading this week's Torah portion, Commandment, I read this in Deuteronomy 6, verse 5. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thine soul, and with all thine might. You see, that's the last part of the Shema, a prayer that the children of Israel say twice a day. It starts with, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Now, Shema means to intelligently hear with obedience. So, intelligently hear with obedience. You see, this emphasizes not only that there's but one God, the God of our Bibles, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Remember, Jacob wrestled with the Lord and didn't let go until the Lord blessed him. How? By changing his name to Israel. Let that set in real quick. YHVH changed Jacob's name to Israel and blessed him and started his people through him. And if you follow the God of the Bible, you are Israel. Well, that's another 200 lessons. So let's get back to this one. It shows us how to love our God with our heart, soul, and might. Watch my take on this and this week's Torah portion Saturday morning for a breakdown on how we do that and how we must open the eyes of our heart. You see, when I read this, I had a forethought Friday moment. It was when they asked Yeshua, what is the greatest commandment? Matthew 22, verse 37, Yeshua answered, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. Wow. Did you realize when you read that or you heard that the Messiah was quoting the Shema? Yeshua didn't make up a new commandment. No, he quoted Moses, as he did every time he was confronted by the Pharisees, and even when the adversary tempted him in the wilderness. The Old Testament matters. It's the heart of YHVH. It's where we learn to love him and how he wants us to worship him. Yeshua knew it. The disciples knew it. So should we. But Yeshua didn't stop there. He then said, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Now, Shema this. Remember, Shema means to intelligently hear with obedience. Yeshua next said, on these two commandments hang all the Torah or the law and the prophets. Yeshua didn't change a thing. He quoted the Torah. He spoke the Shema. He simply put the first four commandments into the greatest commandment by saying the Shema. And if we love our neighbor as ourselves, well, that covers commandments 6 through 10. Yeshua did not come to abolish the law, but to establish it, to show us how to love his Father. And he did that by quoting the greatest commandment, the Shema. In closing, say it with me. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, all thine soul, and with all thine might. Shema. Intelligently hear with obedience, his greatest commandment. Shalom.